Hello, and this is FDV's The Deer Egg, here to bring you another episode of Learn to Play, where we take Bronze League heroes and turn them into Silver League villains. Again, if you don't know what that is, go check out Husky's channel and just soak in the awesomeness. Today we'll be looking at the basics of Protoss Economy, using the PVT build, the one gate expand. Sorry, I almost said racks there. I just finished doing the Terran version of Learn to Play, and we will be explaining how to play Protoss, or the very basics of Protoss Economy. Anyways, you'll notice there that I drop my pylon down on 9 supply, and that I am constantly building workers. That is a very important part of doing this. As my pylon finishes, I'm going to want to chrono boost. Chrono boost is very important to playing Protoss. It allows you to produce workers faster than any other race. You'll notice that I am queuing up slightly. That helps me deal with this chrono boost. It's going to finish about 3/4 of the way through your second probe after the pylon is done, so you can start your chrono boost immediately on your second one. You don't really have to queue up another probe. I like to. It's more comfortable. Stops you from wasting an extra chrono boost, and then you're going to throw down your gateway on around 14 supply and keep building workers. Just never stop. Or rather, never stop until you reach optimal saturation. I am going to save some chrono boost for now. You don't really have to. You can throw another chrono boost into probes, but if this was against an actual opponent, if they were rushing, I might want to save that chrono boost for a zealot or some to get faster warp gate, something like that. You will notice that I sent my probe ahead of time to make sure it reached there first. Then I'm not building probes right now. Nexus, then pylon. Even then, still going to delay my probes a little bit to throw down the gas. That gas is very important because without gas you can't do anything as Protoss. Gas is super important. Now I'm going to take these down. Chrono boost is getting a little high, no point to letting that max out, so I am going to spend it into my probes. Never a bad idea to do. Immediately throw my probes into gas, very important to do that, and even take my second now. You'll notice that I'm just constantly producing probes. I'm going to chrono boost again. Let's pretend I scouted and didn't see anything aggressive. No reason to hold back. Gotta keep my pylon count nice and high. Always good to be ahead on that, because Protoss units take up a lot of supply. So you'll want to start, with Terran, it's okay in the early game to start, 1-2 spots out. With Protoss, you're going to want to start farther ahead than that. You will notice, again, unlike the Terran videos, I do queue up a little more. That is to balance out for how quickly I am producing with chrono boost. You'll notice here that I am quickly approaching the optimal saturation of 16 workers. Once I have that, I am going to rally my probes down to my natural. Oops, I actually have selected some on accident. Going to quickly fix that mistake and continue to produce probes. It really helps to have both of your nexuses hotkeyed. And you'll even notice right now I do seem to have had a bit of a mistake, lagging a little bit here. We will fix that with a quick transfer, quick optimization of my probes, and even with all that micro and fixing mistakes, my probe production is still constant. Can even throw on a few more and continue to chrono boost. And there we go. So I'm just going to continue to produce units, continue to produce probes. Depending on what I scouted, I might want to go for more gas now. We would normally have had Cyber Core already done and be producing units out of it, getting more warp gates, etc., etc. Right now, though, we're just talking about the basics. One of the things about Protoss is you do not need to use multiple probes to build several objects. If I want to build, for example, example, using this probe to build a bunch of pylons like this. You know, normally this would take a bunch of SCVs to do. I can do that, tell one probe to do it, it'll go build all of these, rally them all, and rally it right back to my minerals. Going to set my probes into gas, and looks like I forgot some probes. Not too big of a deal, you're going to miss some. It's not always easy to be in the rhythm of doing that, even for me. I'm gold level Protoss, still have not gotten it down. I miss probe production all the time, especially with Chrono Boost, because you can't get into a rhythm when you're not consistently spending Chrono Boost. All this Chrono Boost build up, I could have been spending it into probes, I could have been spending it into upgrades, into units, into whatever. Very hard to keep rhythm with that kind of events going on. Anyways, we are going to speed this up a bit, going to rally a few, use some Chrono Boosts, and get up to my optimal saturation, which will be 16 on minerals, 6 total on gas, which means 3 in each geyser. As with Terran, optimally, I will have another base with this amount of workers in it. We don't really want to go above that because it begins to cut into our army supply, and that is not a good thing. There comes a point where you just have too many workers, and we don't want to reach that. And that is the basics of Protoss Economics. Hope you've enjoyed and